Hey everyone, how are you? This week's 5-point update. The 5 things I want you to know to help you get your driving test success. The industry changes, the way my business might be changing, all these sort of things that could be helpful to you. So 5 things this week then. Head of the DVSA, the CEO at the DVSA has changed and what that might mean. There's been some data this week, some investigative work that throws out what it's going to look like in terms of getting a driving test for the short and medium term. My schedule, what you got to do to get what you need and how you need it, and how to get in front and be proactive in order to get that which you need in order to be successful. The weather driving conditions we've got from now till March, and what you could do about that to make lessons perhaps a bit easier. Study aids, study apps, what you could be using and how you may significantly improve your knowledge and your understanding just by using some simple stuff that I make available. And then a couple of other good news stories, I guess. So I'll talk you through them at the end. So 5 things then. So the DVSA CEO has changed. Beverly Warmington, her name is. It's been installed. Someone that's done work with Department of Work and Pensions and has had kind of ministerial type jobs and has managed stuff. So supposedly someone that's going to be better at cracking a problem. They start work on January 6th. All that ever means in big organisations is normally when someone big, or any company really, but any big company especially the ones I've worked in, when you get someone new at the top, what they normally do is they go around for about 3 months, 100 days, and they listen and they observe and they talk to people and they try and meet as many folk as possible and absorb what's going on, talk to all people across all parts of whether it's a supply chain or an office or a retail environment, whatever. So they try to get all the thoughts and feelings of everyone that's involved. And then they usually about 100 days in start making big changes. And that can't be the case now. The DVSA and driving tests have been in a terrible state for years, 5 years plus. The waiting time has been 16 weeks or more, and it's been 26 weeks or so for ages. It never got better since COVID. So they can't not understand the problem. So they're going to pick up quite quickly, I imagine. What happens in the short term is anyone in an organisation where someone new takes over, they try really hard because everyone wants to impress the boss. No one wants to be redundant, and you'd sometimes find a productivity shift while people suddenly are trying to impress or they're fearful for losing jobs. The 2 things that they've got to get done is get the driving test wait time down, easier said than done, and recruit quality driving examiners to go out and do these tests and make them want to stay, and easier said than done. The National Audit Office is a independent body that I guess fact check, and spy on's the wrong word, but they fact check and research things that the government departments are doing. What are they doing with people's money? Is it good value? What are they up to? Have they met their targets and such like? The DVSA have been telling one tale that we're going to get driving test waiting time down and we've got this 7-point plan and it's all going to be great, and it hasn't been, and it's still no different. So this National Audit Office have done some work, and what their view is that based on that way things are, and based on the way they're set up, and based on the amount of money that they have to spend and the recruitment levels that they've got of driving examiners and so on, that in their view, driving test wait times are not going to hit the 7-week standard target that's been set till 2027. I mean, can't go on the way we're going. I think it will get better by about July next year due to a number of changes, but it isn't going to get, It isn't going to get really sort of easy to manage and comfortable and stress-free and just simple, I suppose, in your learner driving lifetime. And what I mean when I say that is, generally speaking, a learner comes on board and they stay with you 6 months usually, and then sometimes a year, and that's not untypical because you can get a test, because they can crack on at their own pace, do as many lessons as they want, and off they go and they pass. Now, generally now, people are with us a year and a half and sometimes more. It's just you can't get the test, so that holds you back. And because people don't leave you because they've passed, You can't make vacancies for the new people, so you can't take on new faces at the rate that you want to. So all of that just makes it super tricky. So I guess the headlines are, it is going to get worse before it gets better. So you've got to be best prepared and as soon as possible. Waiting around and saying, oh, I'll take my theory next year or April or Easter, or get it done. Honestly, get it done. Study like your theory test is tomorrow. Get the books, get the apps, get people to quiz you. Buy little, let me show you a packet of them. Buy packets of flashcards that test your knowledge on road signs and stuff. Get your family to test you, get your friends to test you. Don't just buy one app, use loads of apps. Use the app I give you, use your own one. But the quicker you can get strong in your knowledge and really understand this stuff, the quicker you can pass a theory, then the quicker you can even think about taking a test. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So sitting around and waiting, it's not good advice, and I don't encourage you to do that. Winter sessions, they run, let's say it's October till March. October till March, I still work generally the same amount of days, but I don't do evenings as much. And so there's less lessons to be had. And if you're new to me, you may not notice. If you've been with me a while, you will. I've worked really hard, like mad hard, like March to September. I've done 6 days, 6.5 days. I've worked on my day off. I've done evenings and all sorts. And I've got other things I need to do. I've got other business interests. I've got hobbies. I've got sport. I've got commitment. I've got other things. So I need to tend to it. So I'd work slightly less, October till about March. So if you don't jump in there and get the lessons that you need and schedule, you're going to find it tricky. It gets darker sooner, and it's just loads of horrible reasons why you just want to go home of an evening when you worked hard all day. And so I do work less hours. March to September, I go back to being a lunatic. I do 6 days, I do 6.5 days, I work on my day off, I do all sorts. I get in trouble for it at home, I'll tell you. But, I try to help as many as I can. But there is a limit. There's one me. I can help 4 people a day maximum. So if you want to be one of those, you've got to get your lessons scheduled. And that takes me on to scheduling. So scheduling, you get my availability by WhatsApp once a week. It's everything I've got for an entire year. If you've opted to receive my updates, and I'll have sent you a message asking if that's what you want to do. GDPR update it's called, or GDPR, get my words out. GDPR policy. That's what it's called. That's the message. So once you say, yeah, fine, keep my details, I'll keep you informed. Then you might get cancellation dates that I have, and then it's, oh wow, look at that, that's great, I can have extra dates. I know when I look down the schedule that these people that I'm working with are going to pass, and they're going to do great, and they're going to vacate a load of lessons that they booked really cleverly, but they don't need them. And you only get offered them if you're on my list of folk who've asked me to keep you updated. So if that's something that you want, cancellations and the opportunity, then talk to me and I'll make sure that you're definitely on the list. Study apps, I offer a number of study apps, and if you were using any, let's work with three. If you were using any 3, because I offer a number, but if you're using any 3, I would use the Drive Johnson's Learner Center app. It's got a number of things in it, and I urge you to explore it. Videos, got manuals, it's got pictures and diagrams on how to do stuff, it's got theory test stuff, it's got apps, it's got resources to documents like the highway code and some other things. So I would definitely use that. If you're working with me already and you've got a lesson scheduled, then what I'll probably do is go through it and then make sure you've had the login credentials. Everybody normally gets them when they meet me and they come on board, but folk forget, they don't log on, and then like any username and password type gadget, it will expire. So a couple of months from now it expires, and then you go to log on and it don't exist no more. And that's because you can only have so many active users. You're paying for a third party to let you use their stuff, and the upside of that is they'll let you use their stuff, but the downside could be, well, you can have this many people, only 50 at a time or whatever. So you got to pick the 50 that use it, and anyone that doesn't, you have to unfortunately take them off and let the next person in. So there's that one. The Learn to Drive Pro, that's a really good one. It's similar to the Drive Johnson's app, but it's got CGI videos of little cars going along doing turns and roundabouts and that kind of thing, with a commentary over the top. And folk tell me they like that because it kind of helps them understand, well, if I'm driving down the road, I should check my mirror about here, and I should indicate about there, and I should move my car to the curb, and da, 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 da. So if that's your visual person, and then you like the auditory part of it, that could be for you. What else? The other one. I'm thinking of the website. So it's in Test Buddy, which everybody gets connected to. It's called Driving Nerves Pro. So it's a program that somebody's written, who's a driving instructor, psychotherapist, about stress management and how to recognize anxiety and what you can actually actively do about it. Some people have they use it from day one and they really get the benefit of it. Others don't, and they get to near test time and then they use it, and then they go, oh my god, I wish I'd used this from the get-go. And it's kind of stuff that you can use to help self-regulate, to keep yourself calm in moments where you otherwise might not have been. And it's useful for everything, the workplace and driving and all sorts. So I encourage you to use that. So they're the three. If you're not using them, ask me and I'll reconnect you. But everybody gets them when you come on board. As ever, not everybody uses them, and I've got the same problem. I can only have so many users and such like, because I pay these folk for the connectivity, so I have to have them with folk that are using them. So that's that 5. Oh yeah. So at some point this year, a number of you actually, and some people that don't work with me no more, but you nominated us for Driving Instructor of the Year with a company called, or an organisation called Intelligent Instructor. And they are kind of organisation that are in the driver training industry, and they kind of provide people like me with apps and help and technology. They provide resources for the learners and the clients like you. And they also hold a kind of like a, what would you call it? It's like an Oscars, like a BAFTAs kind of thing for the driver training industry. Who's made the best app? Who's got the best provision for learners with sort of disabilities, adapted cars and that kind of thing? Who is the training organisation of the year? Who does the best lorry driver training? And the list goes on and on. One of the things they do, and that's all what's called panel based. So you nominate, I don't know, let's make it up, you nominate Fred's lorry driving school because he does a great job, and they go, oh, thanks for the invite, and then they go and get Fred's lorry driving school to write to them and do like a thesis and a piece on why do I deserve it and what do I do. And then they go out and they ask for folk who have used them to go tell us what your experiences are, and then they get nominated and maybe they win. The Driving Instructor of the Year award is a slightly different animal. It's only like, let's call it the public vote, right? Folk like you who are happy with the job that your person does, me in this case, go off and send a little thing. My driving instructor's helpful and they help me with stress and they did all these extra stuff for me and I never would have got through my test. I failed 10 tests and they helped my confidence and such like. They gave me resources that nobody else could be bothered with. And the tales go on and on, right? Real positive stuff, right? So on the strength of that, they go, okay, well, you've been nominated, right? So, and then they write to say folk like me and they go, well, people have nominated you. You can go out now and ask your people if they want to vote for you as well, which you did. And so of the, 42,000 people that teach driving for a living, of which I am one, of the give or take 10,000 trainee instructors across the land, nationwide, the top 100 list came out this week and I'm on it. That's like mind-blowing, and there's people that are doing this longer than I, and they're better than I am because they've been doing it forever, and with age comes experience and with experience comes talent or whatever. And so I know there's people that have been doing this and they do a fantastic job, and I'm thinking, like, my clients, my people have put me in the frame for this, so that's amazing. It's like, oh my god, because you work silently all year round, just doing your best. You want people to do well, and you try to be the trainer for them that maybe the last person wasn't. I tried to be the person for you that the person that trained me wasn't. I remember when I was a learner, I did all right, but oh my god, when I think about the level I prepare you to, and the knowledge and the things that I ask and what I had, gosh, night and day different. So thank you so much, honestly, for those of you that went out your way and nominated us, because, like, wow, I might not win. I don't think I will, but Christ, to be like in the top 100 across the whole land, man, that's a shot in the arm. Do you know what I mean? Gives you that little sort of feeling to keep going on the day and you just think, why am I doing this? So yeah, I love that. Thanks. And then big breath to do this one. So this year, we're coming to the end of the year, right? And I've not got no more driving tests because I've had all the tests I've had. And so this is like the roll of honour, right? You might still be getting my updates or not. But this year, I have to read it off the list. Taylor, Luke, Natasha, Georgia, Jessica, Nikolai, Gary, Max, Lillian, Lily, Freddie, Simran, Maya, Nick, Jonathan, Chelsea, another Maya, Golam, Kerry, JJ, all of you passed your test and did a brilliant job. Now, that little list there, that's everyone that passed this year. 80% of people that took their test with me passed. 80%. That's really good. Honestly, look it up. The national driving test percentage is 40-something. In Leicester, it's about 30-something, 32. So, I guess twice as many people pass their tests when they work with me than other people. And I've worked really hard to do that, and you work really hard to do that, and together, because we're on the same page and we trying really hard and we're connecting and getting on with it, we're going to be successful, because they were. So this year coming, it's going to be your turn. So I will try as hard as you will, and I'll do as much as I can to help you. But the bit I need you to do is get your theory passed, use the study aids, use the books, use the apps, use everything I give you. It's all helpful. And if you find some bits are helpful, use them. If they're not, don't use them, but at least try it. So your 5 things this week then are new head of the DVSA, CEO. So change is going to come, and maybe it will feel a bit better. Maybe they'll open on Sundays all day. Who knows? Maybe they'll open on Saturdays all day. Maybe they'll try a bit harder in the very short term, and that might mean more tests, and that could be good for you. But you can't take it if you ain't passed your theory. I can't book it if you haven't passed your theory. So we've got to get around that. National Audit Office, independent body, studied the DVSA's plans and actions and this, that and the other, and said, 7-week wait? Not till 2027, my friends, unless something chronically changes in quickly. So it's gonna just be pants getting a test. So you've got to get your lesson schedule. You've got to plan way past any driving test date. So if you haven't had a test yet in the year of our Lord 2025, and you want to test in 2026, my advice to you is book lessons till the end of 2026. That's what I would do. Now, we're not going to do them if you don't need them. This isn't about me going, oh God, look, I want you to buy me a speedboat. That isn't it. Or I want you to buy me a tropical island. If you don't need it, we won't do it. But if you don't have it, I can't help you. And if you don't have any dates to swap with someone else, even if you can't do a Monday or whatever it is, I've got nothing to offer the other person if you don't have a date in the first place. So get yourself scheduled way past any driving test date that you got, whether it's June, April, whatever. 20 hours minimum past any driving test date. And if you've got no test date, book to the end of the year, 2026. Do it. Do it now. I can promise you, January is a new year, new me. Oh my God, Grand's gave me 500 quid. I'm going to buy driving lessons. I will be besieged with new faces who will book my lessons out till August onwards, from about the 3rd week of January. It happens every year. It's not a scare tactic, or, you know, it's not the DFS sofa sale that never ends. I just know that's what happens, and I don't want you to miss out, because you lot are my people, you know. I'm working with you already. I don't want to give the lessons to the new faces, because we haven't finished what we started. But if you don't schedule them and they ask and they want to get going, what choice do I have? So book your sessions. Sunglasses. Bring sunglasses on lessons. Sounds stupid. Oh my God, it's dark by 3 o'clock. But if you go out in the afternoon and the sun sits low, and it does, it's really blinding. You're like, oh, I can't see. And on test day, keep them on top of your head. Pull them down. Problem solved when the sun pokes out. Because sunlight can be terrible in terms of safety, and if you're driving towards it. And you don't want to find out the hard way that you suddenly can't see. So bring your sunglasses. Study apps, use them. I've connected you to them. If you've lost your connection, come back to me. Driving Instructor of the Year. Thank you for voting for us. Magic. Oh, honestly, it's made my day. I couldn't believe it. I got an email this morning. So I might win. I don't think I will. But you know what? Top 100. Hey, that's not bad. And well done to everybody that passed their test this year. Brilliant. Well done. So it's got to be you now. Come on. We've got to get on and get this done, right? So My commitment to you is I'll help you in every way I can. Your commitment to me is I'll book lessons, I'll pass my theory, and I'll use the study aids. Fair? All right. So thank you for your time. Thank you for putting your faith in me. Thank you for letting me be the person to help you. You've got choices out there. Of course you have. And let's see if we can get this test licked, eh? And lastly, because I don't know if I'll get to do this before the end of the year, Merry Christmas. Enjoy your time off, whatever you're doing. Take all the joy and sort of love you can get from all your family and your friends, and have the best time ever. I'm off, and it's in there, it's in the schedule. So I finish on Tuesday, I think, and then I've got a few days off. I'm back to work for a few days, and I've got a few days off. So some of you have got lessons scheduled on the days I'm off, because you're the one with the test and I'm trying to help you. This is one of them, me trying to do everything I can. I'm giving up my time with my kids and what have you to come out on days when I'm supposed to be off. The days I've advertised for an entire year that I'm off, because I believe in the folk that are that have got their test coming and they need that one more. So that's an example of me trying really hard for you if you try really hard. So I hope this is helpful. Next year should be our year, right? Why not? Someone's got to pass. Why can't it be you? And I will see you the next time you're in the car. All right? Thanks. Bye.